We could start.
Welcome to the Low Block, the football podcast for all things football, mostly Premier League football, because who the hell is watching the Cypriot third division?
Man, hey man, don't judge my hobbies, okay? Don't judge it. How
Yeah,
dare
man.
you
Hey,
put me on blast like that?
hey, man. Because this United is really having a good season this season. Not to judge the Cypriot league.
Mm. Yeah, didn't one of the teams from there beat I think
Yeah, they beat
somebody Premier League. Was it
Crystal
Nottingham or
Palace. Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace?
Yeah, a team from the
Yeah.
Cypriot League beat Crystal Palace from Cyprus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they
No,
beat
I
them
saw though
1
like
nil.
the the first something to do was it the first something to do something in or the first Cypriot team to win it in Europe, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, I hear you. No, yeah, they beat them 1 nil. Obviously, only great teams beat Crystal Palace 1 nil. And I think with
Okay,
that,
I see you.
we could only
I see
we
you.
could get straight
I
back
see you. I
straight
see you.
into the proceedings for today.
I'll be honest. Football is not that great of a sport. I'll be real. I feel like we should be watching documentaries like real men, watching war documentaries. I wanted to say real men used to go to war, but I realized I don't want to go to war. So I'd rather watch the war documentary.
Well, I saw a meme recently on that. Hey, I forgot what it was, but it was like real men used to go to war. I forgot what it was. I actually think it may have been a rap lyric. Maybe it
That
was
said
in
real
Dave's new
men.
album. Huh?
That said real men we used to go to war.
Yeah, it was like it probably wasn't Dave's album, but it was like real men used to go to war, and then it like had like a funny joke attached. But yeah, completely forgot about it. Maybe next week's podcast I'll remember. I straight into proceedings. My G, the promoted teams are doing a thing.
They're
I
doing.
think personally, I can confirm. Like this is I don't care if this is like the worst call of all time, but I think there's no way possible that all three go down.
Yeah,
In
no,
fact, I think
that's not. Come on, come on. Give us a controversial one. That's safe.
okay, I think all three teams will stay up. There we go, controversial one.
Yeah. That's what I thought you would go as the first time you said.
I also when I was saying it, I was like, I'm about to do one of those things, guys. I know this is crazy, but ribs kind of tasty. I know no one believes me, but chicken, fried chicken, unbelievable. I know this is controversial.
I
It may
know
just
this
be
is
me.
controversial. I know this is controversial, and I'm willing to die on this hill. The weekends are too short. I know no one agrees. I know no one agrees. But that
Drake
is-
is a big artist. I know. I know, right? Like when you look at his numbers, you really can't deny. But I know you weren't
you
thinking
know,
that first.
it's the same thing as the people who say, "Hear me out." And it's the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life. You're like, what do you mean, hear me out? What do you mean? What do you
I
mean?
think I think you might be gay, sir. This is your hear me out. Like it means a part of you thinks this woman's unattractive.
Enough for people to go, nah. Because when you say hear me out, people have already said nah. And then you're like, no, 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 guys, please
But no,
walk
no,
with me
please
here.
give me
Walk with
walk
me.
with me. But
And
yeah, man.
somebody recently said, um, I don't think abs look good on women. And it's a dude. And in my head, I was like, What do you say? Who do they look good at?
Seems like you're swaying in one direction, my friend.
It was Taylor something. I forgot her name.
Oh, Tiana Taylor.
Um, Deanna Taylor. Yes,
Yeah, she's the one with the
she has
abs.
crazy abs. Yeah, and so
Sexy
I mean,
as hell. But let me
hey,
not get into that.
calm
I
down,
remember
calm
watching
down,
that Fade Kanye
calm.
West video, and I remember to this day watching it and being like, "Oh my days, oh my god, who is that?" I actually wasn't who is that because I recognized her from, that movie of Bow Wow. Byron.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because that was her. I recognized her from that. So I was
my
like, "Isn't
God,
this?"
I never made the connection.
No, immediately I was like, "Isn't this Byron?" while we're on this topic, may as well search it. Like Byron.
The, the, yeah, you
Byron.
actually pulling it up. This
Huh?
is what you guys do. I'm saying you're actually pulling it up. This is what the football uh uh uh, uh podcast listeners want to see.
Yeah, like if you check your screen right now, you'll see it on the
Oh
thing. Like
yeah,
Byron.
I
Yeah.
remember this. I never made the connection.
Oh, I catch you. No,
That's
no, I
hilarious.
remember.
That's
Immediately.
that's that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
but
funny. So dude saw the picture and was like, I don't think abs look good on women.
yeah, think they look really sexy on men. That's where it's at.
Yeah. To be fair, hey man, people are free will. You're allowed to, like what you like. So
Of
fair
course.
dues to that guy.
Yeah, of course, of course,
It's
of
just
course. But
confusing.
now that we've spoken about the important stuff, let's get to like the
Yeah.
second,
Oh
the
no,
the
no, no, that was it. That's
the
all we get
veggies.
this week. Let's end this week's episode on that great note.
Both our viewers are going to be really upset about this. What will they do on their Wednesday night?
Both our views, and it's just me and you. Wait, did you
Oh
say
dear.
Wednesday? Are you gonna upload this on a Tuesday?
No, I try and upload it on Monday. I do. In fact, yeah, but like
Okay.
sometimes it slips through to the Tuesday normally because the downloading app, like the editing app, is quite tricky, especially because my space is. But yeah, man, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. Let's go into the football now.
Are you sure you want to do that? I feel like
I
there's
would
some more
love to
jokes you can
personally.
say.
Like I understand. Like I would love to speak about your personal
I
life and
don't.
my personal life and stuff like this. Maybe mention government names. And that would be something that would be really enjoyable. But I think we might need to get to the football.
I mean, to be honest, like nothing really happened this week, man. We saw a man who is from a place try to, kind of
Do a thing.
uh, 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 hurt his people. That was crazy. That was
Who's
crazy.
that?
Like I don't know. I don't know his full name, but there's something like Ebe something Chi. He try,
Oh, I
give
thought
you
you were
his
talking
own
about
opinion.
what's his name?
Nah, 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 nah,
Um
nah. That's
Quavian. Is that his name? Quavian.
Quaver. Who's that? Who's that?
Cool. What's his government? Let me check that out. Let
You,
me check that. Quahin.
you,
Quemhin.
you know how you
Kelleher.
pronounce it is so
Kelleher.
funny. The way you pronounce that, the first time I saw it, I was confused. It's Queeving
Yeah,
Canada or something along those lines. I was
yeah, I know
so,
it's
so
Quaven Kelleher, something like that's how the commentators say it, but sometimes they get things wrong.
that's how yeah, but that's how Irish people say it.
Yeah, but
His
like I said,
teammates called
sometimes
him
these
Queeve.
commentators, huh?
Teammates in some interviews, they'll be like, "Yeah, Queeve has been good" or something along those lines.
Now it's spelled.
That's how you say it.
Now it's spelled. But yeah, um, all the promoted teams won this weekend.
Did they?
Yeah, Burnley
No,
won
yeah,
today.
Burnley did win with Lau Foster with
Lyle
goal
Foster
at the
winner.
end. Yeah, yeah.
South Africa
Always
to the world,
believed in
I'm
my
back.
guy. I didn't see it, but it popped out. He's the only player from another team that I have followed on SofaScore. Yeah,
Oh, like
so I saw it
individual
pop up.
player.
Yeah,
I get you, rightfully so. But did you watch the Chelsea versus Sunderland game? I'm skipping the
I
Leeds versus
did.
West Ham
I did. I
because I
did watch this
really.
Wednesday versus Sunderland. It was very. Let's speak on it. Go into it. Let's speak on it. That last goal was hilarious. I can't
I die. I
lie.
like, dude.
The guy
I'm
just
standing
wait.
around, walking places, washing dishes, reading information. Just and it pops into my head. I just start dying laughing, man. Like this is a clown hour, bro.
Bro, I wanted to laugh, but I couldn't laugh too much because my team was playing. I let out a little giggle and then we lost.
Bro,
I'll never laugh
did,
before we
did,
play ever again.
did you see me? Did you see me post it only today after Arsenal
Oh
won?
yeah, you
This is I went backwards. I was like, I have to cook this because there's no way that this is actually something that could happen in Premier League football. It looked like a League One goal. You ever watch League One highlights and you're like, these goals look interesting, bro. Uber Eats
this
League One.
guy this guy just held him back and they all agreed to wait. Give me, they all agreed to wait. Give me a second to knock on the door.
Okay.
I apologize for that. What was I saying? Oh, I was saying the everyone there had a meeting. They had a meeting and they decided that by unanimous decision that that they were going to wait for the other attacker to come.
Man,
They decided you know what, you're right. You're right. We should wait.
but
It's only right. It can't be 1v2. That's not fair. Let's wait for the other shit. And there were two that came through. It just went to the other one. It was it was
yeah,
very
man,
funny. I couldn't fully enjoy it. Ah,
because for me, I was in Monty when this game was playing, so I only got to see pieces of not Monty, Gold Reef City. I was there while this game was playing, so I only got to see bits and pieces of it. So I never even
say
saw
so
any of the.
you just wanted to say you were in coach, didn't you? You just
Okay,
wanted to add
was
this.
out. I was out when the sorry. I apologize. I was enjoying.
You're
I had
trying to be
17
specific.
bitches. I had 17.
This guy is like,
I
I
was in
was,
my
I was,
Lambo while
I
this game
was
was
in,
playing,
I
traveling
was
home.
in Monty. First year, I was in Monty. You're like, no, 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 no. That's not where I was this Saturday. I was in Gold Reef this Saturday.
Sorry,
That
I
means
forget.
Monty was last week.
That was a Sunday thing.
Shamelessness.
On the real though, bro, I missed basically all the goals. I missed all the goals, and then I open my phone, I check memes, and memes are just of that. That's what the thing that kills me. The
Of that
picture
specific
kills
one.
me. Hmm?
It shows you that specific goal.
The picture just gets me. So you see both of them just standing there looking, and Bobby just standing with the ball in his feet. And then they're like, what the hell? So I didn't know what happened next. But when I saw it, I was thinking, come on, man, this thing probably happened for like 2, 3 seconds. Bro, When I watched it, I was like, "That's crazy." He was there for like up to 10 seconds because he turns around, he stops the ball, and he's just chilling, and then everyone's waiting. Then all of a sudden, you see, dude, I've analyzed this goal so many times. All of a sudden, you see Reece James running back, run like following the runner, and I'm like, "Oh, is this when it happened?" That's not when it happened. Because the third dude runs, and I'm like, "Oh wow, that's
Oh
a
man,
stretch."
when I saw the second runner, I thought, oh, he's gonna pass. Because I was
Me
watching the
too.
match, and then I can't lie, I was kind of happy because Chelsea did us in a few weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah, last minute as
So
well. Yeah.
yeah,
So to
when I
have that,
saw that, I wasn't laughing because hate watch or whatnot. I was laughing at the stupidity of it, the stupidity of the situation, the fact that they did wait. They though I think the person who attempted to block was Reece James, who was also running back. Because
yeah,
Reece
yeah, it
James,
was Reece James.
yeah,
Those
he
drew
was
his
he
legs.
was he was coming from where the attackers were coming from. He got there and he defended before the defenders who were there defended. The ball didn't come with the attackers that came with Reece James. No, the ball was there already.
Yeah,
The ball, the ball was there. Everyone was coming back, and then bro, the way they just stopped it when it was happening in real time, I was like, surely, like, no, surely this is not a goal. At some point, I thought maybe like it might have been offside or something. Like the way they like, and it happens in a split second, and but I was still able to go, was that offside? Like, what happened there? It looked like the controller switched off. That's what it
yeah.
looked like.
They're
It looked like it
just
just
they're just standing, and at no point at no point did they move. Even when the pass
oh,
was made, they were still standing there.
it's so weird. It's so weird.
Okay, I'm entitled, obviously, like everyone else is like Adrebayo. I am fully, I fully think this is clearly Chalobah's fault.
Was Chalobah holding back or
Nah, Adrebayo was the
he
one
was just
that was just
holding
standing,
back?
holding him.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
I think,
whoever was the second man is their fault.
yeah, exactly. That was Chalobah. It was the second man's
Yeah.
fault. Like, and
Okay.
and I mean, the second man's fault, like 90%. I was about to say 100%.
Yeah. There's no such thing as 100% in like a situation where there's two defenders.
But I
There's
can
there's
see a
some
point
these
where, as a play, it's supposed to be like, listen, bro, you're gonna have to.
we're gonna have to do what? Uh, uh, are we going to have to guess the end of that sentence? What's going on? Okay. Um, Welcome to Lumo's TED Talk. Um, I want to talk to you about mental health and football's if impacts on said mental health. Um, I feel as people we should really stop watching. It does nothing for our mental health. It's not that great. We should watch other sports. Can't think of any right now, but should definitely watch something else. You know what? Watch cooking videos. Yeah, you learn how to cook. You usually get something positive, and also you can't be depressed because you're going to make it and eat and be happy. Um,
Yo.
uh, oh, you're back. That concludes my tech talk for today. We will meet next week.
Nah, don't worry. I paused it. When exactly did it cut off?
Paused what? You paused the screen.
No, did I pause the screen?
You fool.
I thought I paused the.
So
Okay,
foolish. So,
screw it. I thought I
hey
paused
man,
that.
man, leave my TED talk in there. Okay.
I'm curious. I think
Anyway,
I'll watch it after. I think it sounded like some good stuff.
hey man, you're probably not gonna enjoy it after the weekend you've had, but it's fine.
Yeah,
It's for
after like, but yeah, and the Aston Villa game, I saw it while I was in my Lambo, right? So I kind of missed parts of the game because the Lambo was too loud.
was too
I
loud. And by the way, we were at the traffic light. We were stopped. We were like not in motion. It was still too loud. So
yeah,
I'll be honest.
you make a did you know moment. Did you know that Lambo still make sound when they stop? I didn't know. I didn't know until I was in one.
Have you been in one? It's like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing.
You must
Oh,
come
oh,
in the Lambo sometime.
and you're like, well, why haven't you been in a Lambo? Oh, no money. Oh, bro, you have to get your money up, man.
Dog,
Can't
you
live
have to
like
get this Lambo, bro. It is so efficient. And then you go to that thing. Controversial opinion. That Lambo, nice car, bro.
some
But
people
yeah,
so annoying.
back to the football, man. Yeah, that the goal was just hilarious. I think it was so funny, and I
That was
felt
not.
so good because Chelsea have been getting ahead of themselves recently. Because when they beat Ajax, I was like, why is everyone like? I didn't hear one pundit say Ajax with 10 men. Like I didn't hear one pundit. All of them were like 6-1 defeat of Ajax. They're really a top team. I was like, why don't you guys
Was
say
it six? Was it six?
it was like
I remember
six?
it
So
being five. I remember
huh?
five at some point. I was saying I remember five at some point, and then
I think it was
after that,
five.
it was like I stopped keeping note.
I think it may have been five. And then
Somebody
they,
asked. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
no, you were
Say
saying,
what you.
yeah, it was actually didn't see.
Okay, I'm gonna say what I was about to say. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
that's not okay. Okay, no, go ahead. Yeah, it was five. There we go.
No, they essentially asked, "Is your project going well, or did you just beat Liverpool?" Just and I found it very funny. And this is after Chelsea lost, by the way. This is not after Liverpool lost on the same day. Nah, after Chelsea lost, somebody said, "Is your project going well? Is your project a good project, or did you just beat Liverpool?" There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference at the moment. Because I thought they were really bad against Nottingham Forest after Liverpool, but they still got the 3-0 win, which got Ange fired. So
Oh
I was like,
yeah, that's that win. I was trying to remember what happened in that game.
yeah, I
That's the
thought they were.
one you wasn't a bad like Nottingham was unlucky during the match.
Yeah, they just had really bad finishing. But now, what's it called? So seeing what had happened with Chelsea now, kind of it tracks to me.
That
Like
it's just
like
a
it doesn't quite track because, but kind of like it's not surprising. It doesn't track. It's just not surprising because Chelsea have not been really good this season. They kept saying that there was a point they were like, I think they're in a false position. And I think people said that because they lost to Manchester United with 10 men. And I was like, I don't think they're in a false position at all. I think they just unluckily lost one game.
Yeah, fair enough. Because I did watch that match and the Man United Chelsea game. I just thought the the thing that had them, down and out was the decisions Morishka took
Yeah,
during
me
that
too.
match.
Me too.
I didn't really think that, I didn't think of the project as a whole. I didn't think it was a bad project or whatnot. Um, but then I haven't called it a good project since it began.
It's because it's just too inconsistent. But yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it's
so
been recently.
inconsistent.
I wonder what this means now, because they beat PSG, and that meant, you know, they were
Champions
what's
of
this,
the world.
champions of the world, and they were better than, you know, the Champions League teams that PSG beat and whatnot and whatnot. I wonder if this means Sunderland is better than PSG. I'm just, I'm
Hey,
just asking the real quick.
Man U beat Sunderland. I think that might
Hey
mean that
man,
Man U is better than
hey, Man
all
U
the
beat
teams.
Chelsea as well. Man U
Oh,
might
that's
be the
true.
best team on the planet.
Hey, we beat Man U. Arsenal beat Man U. So
You
I
know
think
what?
we might be the ones.
You know what? But
And
we
you
beat
guys
you.
beat us.
We beat
Shit.
you. Yeah, we beat you. All that is to say, Brentford are the best team.
Brentford are the new world champions.
As new world champions.
But yeah, man, I think the main thing with Chelsea with me, like, forget the loss because to some degree it was quite unfortunate. To some degree, I mean, when you lose in that exact way, I can't point at unfortunateness, but to some degree, it was unfortunate.
But
But
the way Chelsea lost,
yeah, the way they lost, to some degree, it was
I think
unlucky.
I I think it was unlucky because the performance was not that bad. They
Exactly
they
that.
had
That's what I'm saying.
decent performance. It wasn't the result. They played like very active football, both teams. So they were like, we attack, you attack a little bit, we attack. It was kind of nice to see, even though
Yeah, but the concept of having a promoter team do that to you and to lose the game is just
I
crazy.
forgot that. You know it. You know what's the biggest compliment you could give the team is that I forgot that you were promoted.
Yeah, yeah.
I genuinely forgot. I
You guys
genuinely
play
forgot.
like a Premier League team.
Yeah, bro, they played like they've been here. Played like they've been back here. I was like, bro, Shaka is out here still playing well. From his by Leverkusen times, he's still playing very decently. It's it's
That's the
it's fun.
positive about being a player that has never relied on pace.
That is true. Yeah, I feel like
Never.
that's the biggest positive is that when you are a player that relies on the like heavily on the you know my youthful body type, you
Mm.
are going to get the other
Bellingham
side of.
type.
Sorry.
I said Bellingham type beat.
Yeah, when you get to a certain age, you have to adapt, and then now when you change your game at that age, are you going to be able to adapt correctly?
And
It's
yeah,
interesting.
it is interesting. But yeah, all that to say, that's the reason why I love Cristiano Ronaldo. It doesn't make any sense. He was super athletic, and now he's just like this weird,
He's
false like striker type.
he's a gym rat. Niggas
So,
addicted to the gym.
but still impressive. I'll tell you that.
No, no,
Nico,
no. I'm saying that as a compliment. Why are you getting
oh
defensive?
yeah. Oh, sorry. I get what you're saying.
I'm saying that as like he's been able to keep up with all of his everything
This
because
guy's
of
playing
his.
90 minutes as well. It doesn't make sense.
That could be because he's a dictator. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's bro. This guy has been an athlete. After his knee injury, he went to the more, you know, I'm just gonna do the more simple stuff. I'm gonna do the simple stuff. I'm gonna be in gym the whole time and whatnot.
Mm.
Was it knee or was it tendon? No, was it like a tendon in the foot?
I remember it being a knee
It was a
because he
knee.
has a knee brace.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, man, that's Cristiano. That's Chelsea. I think next game very unsuccessful. I'm gonna skip Newcastle Fulham. I don't think I watched it at all, and go straight to Man U and Brighton. Very
Didn't,
unsuccessful state watch.
I didn't watch that. Also,
Hate watches don't get disappointing.
bro, okay, man. I am what you have to explain that match. I didn't see none of it.
Okay, so Man United were better than they've been, but they weren't great. But that's
I
just coming
hate
from, huh?
I hate that it feels like we've kickstarted Ruben Amorim's United.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, bro. That is on you.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not Sunderland. It was 100% you guys. But yeah,
Mm.
Man United weren't great because Brighton had chances. Then United scored from like, they were very clinical, very clinical. And then once they scored the first goal, the game kind of got away from Brighton because Brighton kind of have this, sexy football style. I'm saying this in quotation marks that makes you kind of lose your mind defensively, especially when you go down. So yeah, Man United were winning 3-0 at a point. And this is when the hate watcher would switch off the hate watch. Then Brighton scored 2 goals. That's
You
what I
like
mean
to
by
eat
very
this.
unsuccessful hate watch. Brighton scored two
Yeah.
goals. You're like, oh wow, this is about to be a legendary hate watch. Then Man, you score great goal. What's it called? Like counter attackish. Not really. Brighton make a mistake. Man United quickly score. It was really good play. And yeah, you're looking at the game and you're like, this is a terrible hate watch. Man United are not. The only thing that disappointed me about this game is that I'm now seeing like, thing is, Man United fans don't speak in, hope or alone. They speak in like we low key believe it. So when they're having the Premier League things, I'm like, I feel like you low key believe it.
They are they putting themselves in the
Title race.
yeah.
Yeah, but not really. Not really. But I feel, when you're sitting back, you're like, I'm scared that you might low key believe it. Like it's jokes, it's
But
banter.
I feel like that's always better. That's always good.
But
That's
yeah,
always
I
good.
think,
It's good because you come back to it and you say, you see, you're a fool. You're a fool.
but I think for this one, I have to mention, like, I've dissed this guy forever. I think to a degree, I think Ruben Amorim definitely has to be given some praise.
For the coaching.
Not for the coaching, just for like turning things around to a degree that Man United are 100% in the top four battle now. But
I
everything's
mean,
temporary in football. But they are in the top four battle.
that's true. That's true.
All of a sudden, you're looking at them and you're like, you know what? These guys could make the top four. Like, if they, like, because honestly, so many teams could make the top four. It is the craziest thing of all
This
time.
this
Everyone
season
is
is,
1-2 points away from each other.
but I don't think it's looking at table time.
It's because it's too. I know it's too early, but to stay in touching distance at this point, especially when you
But,
remember where Man United were or how we
but
felt about Man United.
about
It's
not about Man United. It's also about Amarim, like the judgment we've given Amarim for him to be here, even though it felt like they were losing a lot at some point. I understand what you're saying.
yeah,
It's kind of
it's one of those things that you gotta look for. You have to look at and be like, you know what? Fair play. I mean,
fair,
fuck Man United still, and I feel like
of
I'm tired of
course.
talking about them, and I feel like I want to move on. How do you feel?
I don't like them anyway,
I don't like them either. I'm sorry. I still send my condolences about what happened last week because I
man.
just
Bro, I was so my head was gone because we were at home as well.
oh yeah. So now it's so
Yeah,
now you're like, oh my gosh, and you know that now they have that over you, like for at
yeah.
least 3 seasons. Oh no.
No. Bro, we were about to hit 10 years. Next year, I believe, was our 10th year without them winning at Anfield.
And
Oh,
yeah,
man,
that's coming.
man. It is what it is.
It is indeed what it is. Okay, so next game. Hold on. Let me just must do something for your day.
I was, I was, I was waiting for you. It's not my
But
fault.
every time you speak, every time I say something, I have an opinion. It must do something for my day. What if I'm worried about you?
Because I listen to music.
Because your attention span, bro.
Hey,
Your
man,
attention span, bro.
that was gone 5 years ago. Before I
There's a
met you.
reason why I was at Gold Reef City over the weekend
Okay,
and you were
okay,
at home.
okay. Okay.
There's a reason I have a Maybach outside and you have a Bentley.
Okay, I see you. I see you.
back to
Wow.
back to sharing the screen. Okay, let me be careful. Almost shared the wrong screen. All right,
Share the screen.
we're
Share
gonna
the
turn
screen.
this into a
Share.
pornography podcast.
Hey man, I do not know this guy. I met him yesterday. Met him yesterday.
we met at the what's it called? You know what those guys say? Those like when they try and distance themselves from another actor, they're like,
Yeah,
we met at the agency.
yeah,
No, I actually don't know him. We met at the agency, and obviously the agency thought we had good chemistry, so they made us work together. But I don't
yeah.
actually know him or like him.
He's not my friend. In fact, I thought some things he does are weird. I was one of the people saying this guy's a
I,
weird.
I begged the agency, please, can you get me another person? But they were like, the chemistry is too good.
Like that. This is Jason Momoa in the Amber Heard situation.
Exactly. Now we met at the agency.
We met at the movie. Yeah, we met at the movie.
We didn't really talk in between scenes.
How
That
do you
stuff
think
is just,
you deal with that? Like, how do you
huh?
think you deal with like having like a having that situation, like a controversial situation happening to like a person you are in a public setting with, like in a public situation with, like right now, if I were to get into a controversial thing, how would you deal with that?
Me, I'll shut
Would
up.
you do what Chunks did? Chunks was like, legally I can't speak about it.
Due to the upcoming legal case, I can't speak on it. Anyways, podcast as normal.
Did he continue?
Like he continued with his own like podcast, like separately, like that kind of stuff. Like just kept
So
moving. He didn't
with the
stop.
same like with the same like studio, whatnot.
I don't know. I don't know. I am not really. I haven't been checking on that. But I know he just
Okay.
he's continued. Like just just continued in a separate format and
Fair enough.
I think a separate new podcast, but like obviously this is the same as your previous one, just without the main guy, the other guy.
Yeah, fair enough. Um,
Woo!
yeah. Um,
Madness. That's
I
my
feel like
eighth.
that's
Yeah, that was us with Manu. Um, let's continue and go to
Burnley versus Wolves.
Wolves versus Burnley.
Oh,
Are
that
you
was
sure?
today. Oh, the last match was Liverpool Brentford. We can go to that.
I thought you were
Um,
actually
I
purposefully skipping. That's
no,
hilarious.
I was I'm looking at the screen and my
Because when you said
uh,
Burnley versus Wolves, I was like, oh yeah, of course. Skip,
oh, you
skip.
were like, oh, he's doing a thing. Screw you. After the match, I just sat like here for like 30 minutes. I was just looking into the distance. The only thing that brought me back was my windows were open and a mosquito bit me. It's like, oh, I came back to life. I think I would still be looking in the distance too.
If the windows were closed, you'd still be in the sunken
Yeah,
place.
I would still be in the second place, man. I promise you, I was just there. I was trying to process what was happening. I was trying to process what's going on. Um, yeah, silver lining though, great Salah goal. That's a great goal.
Mm, unbelievable. Like that's what always
So,
has pissed me off about Salah. Like they're just things he does that I'm like, you know, low-key, I feel like everyone should be able to do this, but only he can.
I remember
Weak
you
foot.
said something similar when we're playing you guys, we're playing Arsenal, and then he gets across, and then like it was similar to something Saka did, but then oh, Zinchenko I think was the defender there. I forgot if he just came in
Oh,
and
when
then
he
just
cut
shot.
him and then shot near post.
Yeah, I
Bro,
thought
I
that was
remember like there's some things Salah does. I'm like, I feel like it's only because of his like style that makes me go, I feel like everyone should be able to do this.
to do it. Yeah, I
But
think
that's the only
I think
reason
he
why. That's the reason why I rate Salah so highly. Because when you see it, you're like, bro, everyone can't. Like, but it looks so simple. Even when he curves the ball top corner, it's never like, oh, not never. It's stopped being like that because back in the day it was kind of like that. Like remember the Chelsea goal,
well that one wasn't even a curve. That one was just like I'm gonna
whack.
use power. I'm gonna use all the power I have.
See,
You
I
know,
don't feel
you know.
like everyone should be able to do that. But when you
I
see
think
like certain, huh?
no, continue. Sorry.
But then when I see certain Salah goals where he just cuts in and then like curves it slowly into the corner, I'm like, dude, I swear everyone can do this. And it only gets me annoyed sometimes because I'm like, how come when Saka tries to cut in, there's it feels like there's like 17 niggas on him. Like they won't like they're like, we won't let him cut in. But with Salah, it's like, nah, bro, you can cut in and shoot. It vexes me so much only because I'm
Yeah,
like, I know that Salah knows how to do it. You know, one of those where you're like, I just can't, I'm just not a football, like, I'm not the defender there. So I can't see what Salah is doing that makes the defenders think, like, get tricked into letting him cut in, like, get finessed into him cutting in. I don't know what he's doing. Like, it's really frustrating. But yeah, anyways, the goal, man, like,
yeah.
you just
I
feel
think I think what you're talking about is something that Thierry Henry said it frustrates him a lot. He said something like people don't really appreciate certain things because they look just mundane. I'm paraphrasing, of course. He said if you see a bicycle kick, you go, "Wow, that's
I know
amazing,"
what you mean.
and then
Then
you
he spoke
see
about
an
the
80
crossfield.
80-yard pass across, a diagonal across, and you're like, you are more kind of used to it than the bicycle kick, so you appreciate the bicycle kick more. And then he says, um, that is also like a skill. It's a skill on its own. And I started appreciating like these things more. Like seeing Van Dijk switching it. I wait for it and I get excited when I see it in games sometimes. I'm like, God, he just switched it. And it landed behind the defender by the line. And I get excited about it because I started looking at it as, can I do it? If I can't, I have to I have to hold my
Yeah.
hands up, whether I like the person, whether I hate the person. If I see a rat like Bruno Fernandes doing something cool, I have to hold my hands up and go, yeah, fair, fair enough.
Not only can I not do that, I don't think it will ever come.
Yeah. They'll be like practice, practice. It's like nah, it's done. It's over.
It's not happening. So
It's
yeah,
not
man,
happening.
that's that Salah thing. But yeah, how did you know what? I felt Liverpool were a tiny bit unlucky with like certain aspects of this game.
It, bro,
However, huh?
e- I'm saying there's just some things, man. Even in the last match, um, that was Man United. I think we hit the Cody Gakpo hit the ball like a bunch of times. He hit
Oh, but
was that Man United? Yeah, it was Man United. Like we were unlucky in our finishing. Um, and even though performance wasn't that great, we were very unlucky with our finishing. Kept on hitting. I think he hit it like 3 times or something like that.
mm,
Um, Yesterday I just thought, you know. Okay, my assessment of all of Liverpool matches and stuff is that not even just Liverpool matches, like in football in general. The winning sometimes is not in they go, oh, you know your midfield, you're losing your midfield battle. When I tell you the best midfielders yesterday could have been for, I mean, our best part in the on the pitch was our midfield, even though we
mm,
were losing the midfield battle. The problem wasn't that exactly because, to be fair, we played many years without really needing to win the midfield battle. Even though you need to win the midfield battle, we've played a football where our fullbacks were our main, driving force. They would say Liverpool midfielders haven't scored a goal in over 6 months. And I'm like, have we been winning matches? They're like, yes. And I'm like, what do you, what do you want? But then it's more so when you watch your team and they lose whether they lose or win the aerial duels, especially when you get long balls played against you, you need to win the aerial duels. That's okay. The problem with us right now is that it feels like there's no effort to win the second ball, and
mm,
that has been killing us. It feels like we're losing the second ball so much that it's like killing us completely. Like
mm.
it's so annoying. Sometimes
I
you
get
look at it and like there's nothing you could have done there, but sometimes it's like we our passing is it's too like uncalculated. Like we're just trying to get rid of the ball type of thing. Like we're not connecting as much, and there's not enough passes that are being played properly. The best passing that all of these players do is when they're passing with the defenders, when they're doing those passes. Whether it's in midfield or not, it feels like we're losing a lot of those, you know, passes, and then when the passes do not connect, we don't win the second ball. Whereas last season, we would have pressure on all these things, and even when Jurgen Klopp was there, we would lose the first ball, but the second ball would be there with pressure, with like and I've seen something that is very funny right now is that people are going, oh, last season was Jurgen Klopp's team. Um, this season is Arne Slot's team, and it's bad now. And I find it very funny because it's the same thing that we're trying to use against Jurgen Klopp. You know, like they were trying to say, yeah, it's what's this? It's Jurgen. No, no, no. They say it's Jurgen Klopp's team, but Arne Slot is pulling up these performances from these players because it's Arne Slot's side in how they are calm and whatnot in build up and whatnot. So they go when you're losing. This is Arne Slot fraud. When they were winning, they're like, yeah, Jurgen Klopp was a fraud for not getting the best out of these players, and I found it very funny. But we haven't been at our best. I think everything went started going to the crapper when Giovanni Leone got injured. We've not been great after.
I catch you. I don't think you were great before that, to be fair, but at least you were
Yeah,
making it work.
but we fought, you know,
Oh
we
yeah,
fought.
yeah. Liverpool had always had this feeling of like, you know, they really want this, and now it doesn't really feel that
Yeah,
way.
now
Obviously
it
they
doesn't.
do, but like it doesn't feel that way when you're watching. I think for me, Liverpool's biggest problem is that they're just letting things get a little too close to the fire. Like conceding first to Frankfurt, got away with it. Not got away with it, but like
Responded
Premier
correct.
same. You're gonna do that. You do the same thing in the next game. Brentford are not going to be Frankfurt. You know
We've
they're
never
gonna.
been bad.
These
Never been
Premier
bad.
League teams recognize you. They're like, "Fuck this. There's no way we're gonna." So I mean, getting too close to the fire by making like I felt like that was Arsenal's biggest issue when we our best challenge, our one not our best challenge, but the one where we were on top for the majority of the season. We kept like the other team kept scoring first at a point, and it was like, why? Like just getting a little too close to the fire. Because honestly, if this game is 0-0 until half time or 0-0 until 30th minute, I still think Liverpool win. And I feel that way about Liverpool versus Manchester United. Liverpool versus how did Chelsea go? I forgot about that one.
Chelsea,
I don't
I think Caicedo scored first, and then he scored
I
second
don't feel
half.
that way about Chelsea too much. But I think if you held on until halftime, then yeah, because Chelsea actually did play really well in that game to a degree, So yeah, just getting a little too close to the fire when it's like Liverpool's games, there's an element of that was unlucky. Like this Brentford one wasn't, oh, Liverpool missed so many chances, man. It was more so, man, to concede the goals that you conceded was just unfortunate. Like even that Sade one, I was like, oh, you're not conceding that goal if it's 0-0. The penalty, I thought that was just unlucky because
Oh,
I was
penalty.
like, listen, man, I see why he gave the foul but it obviously wouldn't be a penalty foul. But the fact that VAR can't be like, listen, man, it's not a foul. VAR could only be like, listen, man, it's in the box. That's the only reason I'm like, that's so unlucky because if it was me, I'd be like, damn it, man, because it's really, it would be very annoying. They were just, and that's what I meant by unlucky. There were just little moments. It was like if things were just a tiny bit different. Like if the ref gave a penalty first, then there would be more reason to be pissed. It'd be like, this is bullshit. How weak is this? And I don't even think the ref would have given it if he felt it was in the box.
It's like, man, it's one of the. I wanna say about the thing that you said first. Conceding early. This is not just United. I believe we conceded to Crystal Palace within 10 minutes. We conceded to um Galatasaray around the 15th minute.
Yeah, yeah, I
I
remember that too.
double check that. I think we conceded to Chelsea very early, also like around 15 minutes. So it's been a problem. Also, the goals that were conceded, like you said, that has also been a problem. we've had issues with set pieces. That's why I was kind of surprised when we beat Arsenal because I really thought we were going to struggle with set pieces because we have been not just now at the back end of last season struggle with set pieces. Like it was it was a thing. It was a thing that needed addressing for a very long time. We would not really capitalize on set pieces as much as we would concede from set pieces. It was bad.
I know you guys didn't like beat us because you just locked it. There's
You
no
say
other way
what?
to say it then. Guys, let's lock in. This team is really good at set pieces, guys.
But it was weird. It was like, okay, then why drop your guard every other time? It's annoying.
That's not just football, man. That's life.
Well, it's that thing of Man United last season turning up against us after being on a crazy streak. So annoying. It was like,
That's what I
come
mean,
on, man.
man. That's not just football. That's life. Why not study for the exam 2, 3, 4 days? Like for sorry, 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks, 3 weeks before. Just keep working really, really hard for it. Then the last couple of weeks, you're just touching up. Why do you do it last minute? Because it's time to lock in. And that's how it is.
It-
That's just how we are as people, unfortunately.
It's annoying.
Look at me, Mr. Therapist.
That was not helpful. Just help me kill myself. That's what you did that.
Yeah,
Now I'm
man, you
gonna
need
lock
to
in.
lock in
I'm
and
gonna
get
lock in and
that going.
find
Get that, write that note. Buy
I'm
that
gonna
boat.
lock in and find the bridge. It's gonna be awful.
Jump that bridge. Lock in.
Probably, I don't believe we could be saying that like this on like on a YouTube video. Did
Yeah,
what I
we
but
can't.
yeah, man, we have so many problems. Our build up this season has been awful. Our defense of set pieces has been awful. Our handling of long balls and second balls has been awful. Like it's
Pause.
been one of those what unpause.
Oh, nothing, nothing. I just said pause because you were like, our handling of long balls has been awful.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Like
has.
trying to you guys, yeah, you guys, have been handling them good. You kind
Hey,
of used
man,
to handling them now.
big,
Like it's
big up the
you.
gay
That's
gooners.
experience. That's experience right there. The way you guys handle
Big up
them.
the gay gooners. Man, there's this video of Troops and Robbie where Troops like made like a sus comment, and then Robbie, I that's what I mean by there's so many little things that can get you canceled, and so many that can't. And I feel like one day this will come back. Maybe who knows? But there was a point where
To
Troops makes a
come back to who?
maybe Robbie, man, who knows? But then Troops
Oh,
makes like a sus comment, and then Robbie was like, nah, nah, I'm not on that. Big up the gay gooners, but I'm not on that. And
he
it just
just said,
kills me so much because it was before Robbie had like this personality, this DR Sport. Because after he started DR Sports, he started being less of, yeah, I'm the sitting interview guy, and he was more like, listen, I'm a dickhead. Before he was this impartial guy, then he became, hey, listen, I'm a dickhead. I'm a delusional asshole dickhead. I'm an
I
Arsenal fan, bro.
remember him very delusional.
Because everybody used to love, like, at least to some degree, like Robbie, because they were like when people would come and say Wenger out, he would be like, why? And then when people would say Wenger in, he would be like, why? And he would be pissing them all off. Even though he himself was clearly Wenger out, like you could tell, but it was pissing both people off. And back then it was like, oh, we don't really know how Robbie feels for real. But now it's like, oh yeah, Robbie's an Arsenal fan, eh? He's a
The only person
stereotypical Arsenal. He's like
the
me.
only,
He's like one of us. He's a dickhead, just like all of us.
the only person who beats like who is the you know the Arsenal fan is
Die.
Ty. Yeah. Bro, they asked Ty. They were like, "Who's bigger, Liverpool or Arsenal?" And he's
Arsenal.
like, where's your invincible?" Grizz was it was that table thing where they decide.
I know that thing.
Yeah, Grizz says, Where your Champions League?" And then he says, "If you've been invincible, then we can talk." I'm like, what?
Man, we're out here giving free publicity to other niggas.
Free publicity, bro. Nigga, we are watching it back.
That's true.
We're gonna watch it back and then go visit those clips. We're not gonna watch our own video.
What's it called? Are you done talking about Liverpool? Do you want to move on?
It's been a disappointing start. Even the wins that we've had, the only one I've been extremely happy about the wins
Everton?
is not of Everton. Our performance at Everton wasn't that great.
So first off, you're
It,
pretty
yeah, the only like first half we were amazing was Atletico Madrid, but I think
good.
I enjoyed beating Newcastle a lot more than
Oh
the
yeah.
other.
You were
Yeah,
poor against Newcastle. Yo,
we
I
were
couldn't
terrible,
believe it.
but I enjoyed it because of the conversations beforehand, where we're like, Joe
He said,
Linton, you must injure these people to have the conversations, because those are stupid conversations, and to show that the football gods agree, Joe Linton went off
Linton got
injured.
injured. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, Joe Linton went off injured. It's not something you say. You don't walk around and say stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the last time I enjoyed watching football. Maybe the Arsenal game was nice in terms of football because it was
Good result.
very, it could go either way, and it's a big result regardless. So
I get
it's
you.
one. It We were at home as well. I kind of knew that we wouldn't lose. It was going to be a draw or win, but we haven't beaten you in a while, so I thought it's gonna be one of those we're about to start something kind of draws. You know how Liverpool Chelsea would draw every season
Yeah,
twice?
yeah.
Yeah,
1-1, 1-1, 0-0, nil
bro,
nil nil nil.
2-2. It's like come on. So I thought it would start doing one of those, but we won, and that was, happiness and all that. But I still think we are not out of anything.
No, no.
People,
I think the Premier League feels a bit far, but I think Champions League obviously still open. Because if you make it
I
work before the end of the season, then obviously the Champions League is there.
the thing is though, I don't think even the Premier League is far because we are 9 matches in. People are saying slot out, slot out. We are 9 matches in. We are
We are
nine
nine
matches in.
matches in, but given the issues that Liverpool specifically have, that's the only reason I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, for you guys to get like to proper go with for it in the Premier League, you're gonna need like some signings in January.
Not really,
I
not
don't
really.
see, I
I
don't
don't think,
see
I don't think
Joe.
you
Sorry.
don't see.
Oh, mine is I don't see Kirkez making it work, like just in J. And I don't see
Yeah,
Robertson
but
making it work.
I don't think. But Robertson will like he started his whole situation decently.
Yeah, but I'm
Last 2 games he was good. But the thing is, when you have two, you know, of these players, I think you play one, and then if it works, you keep them there until it stops working, and then you play the other. It's,
yeah,
it's,
Arne
bro,
Slot has messed
because
up a little bit there.
Because if Robertson has a good game against Frankfurt, why sub him out for a great game for the game that's following? It should be like, you keep him on that form, and then Kirkers should like earn his spot again. It's not just, we're switching and swapping. It should be that. Uh, uh, um, Defensively, we haven't been great. Whether it's Kirkers, whether it's this, where the only side maybe the right-sided fullbacks have been better, maybe, than the left-sided fullbacks. But then it's like, hey, what, man? It's a bunch of pigs, okay? You're not gonna
Mm.
kiss the one with lipstick. It's like, come on, they're all pigs. They're very
Okay.
haram. So it's like, it's been a whole situation.
Yeah.
People have been
Speaking.
going at Georgie Mamadashvili for like uh, uh, um not being Allison, and I'm like, yo. The defense has been terrible.
Mm,
We have so far we have an elite keeper in Dashvili. The only
mm,
problem is that the what's this? The defense has been terrible.
mm,
Pe- I would make this example. We played Real Madrid last season after the international break or something along those lines. There was an international break, and Kelleher, I think, conceded 5 goals in that international break or something like that, and then kept a clean sheet against the Mbappes in there. It's like when the defense is better, you don't worry about your keeper. If you didn't have the defense that you have right now, you wouldn't be like Raya wouldn't have the protection that he has right now. He doesn't have to do a lot because of the defense, and that's a good thing always. And it's one of those. It's one of the reasons I believe that the what's this? The Golden Glove is a defense thing, not just the goalkeeper. The Golden Glove, they should include your Salinas and Gabriels in it, because there's no way these niggas are doing like the defenders are doing 70% of the job that it takes to keep a clean sheet.
yeah.
But
Like,
yeah, we have problems. The only reason I don't think what you are thinking about how it's bad, and hopefully I am right, is that in this terrible mess, we've won 5 games. We've lost 4, but we've won games at our worst. Man United, we were bad, but not at our worst. I think Newcastle was when we were at our worst.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah, I get you.
Newcastle terrible. So that's the only thing that keeps me awake is that we were able to win matches. This is
Mm,
this is now becoming a mentality issue and a bit of a coaching issue because in those wins we had the mentality. That's all we had going for us. In all those wins, those 5 wins in a row, the only thing that was keeping us going was the mentality.
yeah.
Tactically, we have like Slot hasn't gotten a lot of things right this season. Um, and that's it's a thing, and it's fun. I've been talking about Liverpool for a very long time. All I'm saying is there is
Yeah.
always hope. We we can turn it around. It's fun.
Mm. Yeah, obviously you guys can. But yeah, I think this was a big loss when it comes to my thoughts on whether you can turn it around. Because I was like, they will turn it around. But then after you lost this one, I was like, can't lie. 4 in a row is deep. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we can move on from that. I think we'll just have to
Uh,
wait and see for this one.
yeah. We'll just have to let time do its thing, and then we shall see.
Yeah, you mentioned Haram. Speaking of Haram, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. It's very.
I think this thing is about to end. We might have to do a new one.
All right,
If, if
let's just go straight into the new one so that it can be just much